Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's Chase. So today we will take a look at ES, S&P 500, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. Okay, so we'll just start right on ES. Simple. I'll break this chart down for you guys. You know, we had resistance, right? Resistance again here. Now this is where we broke through, right? So this is where we broke through. This is the origin of where we broke through. We're going to mark that out. Okay, simple. That's how we mark that out. Now I go over here, I'm looking for my trade. For a swing trade at least, you know, I'm thinking, okay, well, price comes down, puts in a low. After it puts in a low, it puts in a high. Looking for a sweep of either side to potentially head towards the other side. From here, optimally, what I would like to see, because I do think, you know, if it does push up, let's say like if it pushes up into here, we have to be concerned about support being provided somewhere in here. Okay, so I don't think that the short here is as opportunistic as the long. I think this long is better. So if we come down and we sweep and we reclaim, that's a long from the reclaim to the top here. Okay. Potentially even higher if we did, you know, fib this out briefly. You know, sort of this local leg here I would take, and it lines up pretty good with, you know, sweep, come back up right into like the 0.5, maybe even the 618, and that would be a good take profit point. And like I said, if we did go up first, you know, probably looking into here, going sweeping above that high into the 618. That's a possibility. Come back down, play it like into here, or if we were to come into here and reclaim, that could be a potential trade as well, back towards the other side, liquidity. Just, you know, it's tough. Shorting S&P 500 is just tough. It's often up and to the right. It's often bullish trend. So when I look for shorts on ES, I'm really looking for multiple levels of confluence, which I see more here. You know, it would be deviating the range high, would be sweeping this high here into this inefficiency, 618 confluence there. So confluence of a lot of things in there. All right, so those are the trades I'll be looking for on ES this week. Going over to Bitcoin, I already have it marked out. So I think, you know, this was sort of your support level all in here before we broke down, right? You had support along this line, and then you broke down, you were flipping it, but it turned, you know, that you started developing support here as well. That didn't come out very well. Okay, so look, you had support here all across, right? And then it's sort of flipping to resistance, but at the same time you developed another support, and this was the most recent support, so this is the one we're going to use. Okay, that was a bit better. So this is the most recent support. We broke down from there. You know, a lot of this stuff was news-based, guys, just like random scam pumps and then retracements. This move was odd. I did think we were going to get a move back into the daily supply, the daily demand, and then potentially bounce from there and chop more. But nonetheless, it front runs the daily demand, which was weird. Comes up, takes this high, but it doesn't actually even tap the resistance level. So not really getting anything here, in my opinion. You're front-running resistance, you're front-running support, you're sweeping this high that I don't really feel like has a ton of meaning to it, but nonetheless, you still see a rejection there, even though a minor one at best. What I had originally thought was maybe we'd go up and deviate into here, and then back below. You know, somewhere in there is where you find your entry. And if it's grinding, you know, if it's doing one of these things and it's just grinding down, you know, it's probably going to dump as well. Not a ton for Bitcoin, because it's been locked up, right? Like I've been saying, it's really just been chop, you get a move, chop, you get a move. This could just continue to be chop. I'm not sure when this move comes or what it really is, but at the end of the day, I don't have much for Bitcoin. I think Ethereum would be probably cleaner to trade, but again, really all I'm looking at here is, potential deviation above, back below could be a potential short. But yeah, not too much for Bitcoin. Ethereum, again, we mark out the levels the same, so support, 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 breakdown. We come up, we put in a low. I don't really count this low because this is sort of just a magnet. This is sort of just like inefficient markets here, and you saw major slippage, and this low is random all over the place. So I marked this low, marked this high, swept the low here, retest, bounces, goes to this other side. That was actually pretty clean. Good trade there on F. Again, I haven't been paying a ton of attention to these markets because it's just been, again, you get a clean move, but you get a clean move once every, you have to wait 45 days for one clean move, So what, you're going to look at it every single day? It's sort of not worth when, typically you have some good volatility in these markets. It just hasn't been as of recent. So optimal situation is this, is that while Bitcoin, if Bitcoin is up here deviating, right? If Bitcoin is up here and we think it's deviating, and Ethereum comes up and it's into resistance, that's a short for me. So while Bitcoin is doing that up here, if F is into resistance right there, that's probably most likely a good short. And then, back down towards, it's tough to say. It's like we're either, it's very like, okay, so up or down, right? But it's either chop or we're finally gonna like take out some real lows or something. And I really don't know what the difference is, or what's coming. I feel like this market is just extremely uncertain at the moment. Or you reclaim and you go for these equal highs, but I feel like that's very unlikely. Really don't have much again. So I think if you're deviating above here as F is into resistance, that's probably a good short. You get even more confirmation as you break down below this high. But yeah, I would say for this week I'm keeping more of an eye on the potential ES trade. I think it's cleaner. You have a daily demand here. Not only is it daily demand, but you can move it out in time and you can see, okay, look, resistance here, resistance, resistance, resistance again. Breaks through, origin of impulse, pumps off of it, so it should be good for one more test if it does come back down, in my opinion. You have a range low and a range high. You have some clean levels to work with here. On Bitcoin, just in general, we do have, okay, if I could ever delete these levels. We do have a clean level to work with here. We do have a demand that was front run, but I don't think it necessarily needs to get filled, so it's tough to say. It doesn't, like, I don't see as much, I just don't see as much rhyme or reason here, right? Like I don't feel like the market needs to do anything. On Ethereum, I don't feel like the market needs to do anything. I don't think it needs to dump and take out lows. I don't think it needs to go up into resistance. I think it could just go fucking sideways in here. So, it's like that. As usual, these streams or videos sponsored by Prime XBT. You can trade ES over there. You can also trade crypto. Also sponsored by Bluefin. I didn't really do a proper introduction last time, but they have an order book like a normal exchange. Their settlements are sub 1 second. It's very fast, and the markets over there are liquid too. So it's a good place to trade. You can try them out. My links are at the bottom of the screen here and in the description. Okay. Yeah, I wish I had more to say. Like I said, I think my videos and content has been a little more quiet lately, just because I don't like putting out fluff, right? Like if I felt like I sort of had something to say today, I think the ES trade ideas are good. I think the potential ETH trade idea into resistance can be okay as well. But I'm not going to just put out stuff if I don't think there's any reason to. If it's just not me. You guys know that. It's not about farming engagement and just saying, times are going to get better and, posting the Pepe. A lot of people love that stuff, and, sometimes it even gives me a smile, but gotta keep it real. It is what it is. All right, I will talk to you guys soon. Hope you have a great week.